Oh yeah, we're talking about glandulars. We've talked about that before on other videos. Hopefully go back and review those videos, what glandulars are. I'd like to move on here a little bit. If I need to touch this with you again, I will, Fruit Slammer. But I have addressed glandulars before, and if I keep going over some of these things, I'll never get to all these cases that are hurting. So hang in there, my friend. Everybody's got to work on their adrenals, I think. I mean, what does it hurt anyway? But I don't know anybody that's got good, strong adrenals. Maybe a few of the islanders, you know. Let's see. You always get so uncomfortably full after each fruit meal. I am not. Well, you know, slow down a little bit then. Don't eat so much. Chew well. Could be you're not digesting well. That would be a pancreatic problem. Especially if you see undigested carbohydrates, which is fruits and vegetables. If you see undigested fruits and vegetables in your stools, then you're not digesting well. That's your pancreas. Don't take digestive enzymes. Take a pancreatic botanical formula that enhances the function of the pancreas and make the pancreas do it itself. There are pancreatic glandulars, which are actually tissue, desiccated tissue. And as gross as that sounds for some, I agree. Okay, but in the world of where we are, we're in an interesting place in the human side of there, and they're going to continue to slaughter animals no matter what. Yeah, you could have parasites, definitely. Cyber hug to you too, Fruit Slammer. Yeah, definitely deworm yourself. Oh, yeah, you definitely want to deworm yourself, just in case. Everybody wants to deworm themselves, just because they're ignorant in this country about, well, parasites. Look at this show on Animal Planet. I love that. The Monsters Within You. That's an eye-opener. I almost had to stop watching it. It was so gross. I felt, you know, I mean, this kid goes swimming in a lake and it dies from worms in his head, and he was like 16 or 17 years old, just swimming in a lake. We do not understand the parasitic kingdom allopathically, and we need to. So I hope these parasitology departments in these universities open up and really start tearing into this, because, I mean, we're really getting slammed. Let me see. This guy has a gallstone 2.3 centimeters in size. Should I remove the gallbladder as the doctors want? You're tired of the pain. Yeah, I bet you are. Well, you got two choices. Yeah, you can have it removed, or really get up on a high fruit diets, particularly grapes, and start doing a lot of these higher end grape fastings and let that dissolve. Use the liver formula. There's a alkaline phosphatase formula, not alkaline phosphatase, but fast food liquid type stuff from Standard Process that claims it dissolves stones. We do use that in a liver flush. You could try that along with a high raw food diet. Fast food liquid is called. It's from Standard Process. You may try that. But the raw is really dissolving of the stones. Use the liver gallbladder formula and work it out that way, and you'll save your gallbladder. Not fun without a gallbladder. Gosh, I only have 10 minutes left. That's horrible. Let me see here. Oh, someone asked me about hypothyroid and the conversion of beta carotene. Talking about the yellow spot in the eye. I've never seen anybody with hypothyroidism not convert beta carotene, and particularly seeing yellow spots in the eyes. I've just never seen that and related to the thyroid at all. I don't know how the thyroid would actually affect that chemically, but I've never seen yellow spots with on all the hypothyroidism. You would see that in everybody if that was the case, and you just don't see that in everybody. So I don't think that's the issue there. Again, I would just detoxify. If it's lipids and depositing, you really got to get that out anyway, and that means you have inflammation in those tissues. So, detoxification when you don't know exactly what something is pretty cool, because it takes care of it anyway. I mean, how cool is that? I mean, that's the neat thing about detoxification, because none of us know all the answers for sure. And so that's why I like detoxification, because the body will deal with it, and that's what I love about that. Leo, I'm going to finish up your thing here since I started on you, man. You asked me about oxalic acid with beets and spinach, but that's raw. I mean, you're talking about in chemistry what happens in an acidic environment. Also, when you cook it, I mean, there's a difference between cooked spinach and raw spinach and oxalates. And remember, cooking binds chemistry. Cooking is like acids. They bind and they lock. Some tear, some bind. So this is why cooking augments chemistry big time. So yeah, I'd be careful with cooked foods like that, but raw foods like that, you're not going to have anything to worry about there. Yeah, I've had tons of beets and spinach and everything else. That's not affected that way. They say you love bananas and eat a lot of them. Yeah, bananas are great. Remember, I've mentioned that a 3-doctor professor had told me they were the nature's perfect food, and he had studied bananas all his life. But I will say that in detoxification, banana is more of the meat of the group and less of a detoxifier, in my opinion. Your subacids and your acid fruits are by far the strongest detoxifiers, and they have the strongest amount of stringents. So that's really what I would go in that way. Let me see. You bought the detox kits 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Thank you, my friend. And let me see. I put a shot of hot water in a glass and then a dropper full of each tincture for a few minutes and drank it. It is very alcoholic in the sense that, I run 1 to 4 concentrates. We let those sit for a month, and then we have a 55-ton press. So even though you taste the power of the alcohol, it's not alcohol anymore. It's a plant rich. It does have the capacity to take nutrition to cells quicker too, which I really like that. But it's the only menstruum, man, we can get 98% of that herb to you. It's feasibly impossible to give you fresh herbs like I would like. It's just feasibly impossible around the world to do this. So hang in there. If you have to cut down, definitely do these tinctures probably on food, because when you're talking about food, you're talking about fruits and vegetables. Not going to hurt you to take these tinctures with food. If you're real sensitive, then back down, do half a dropper full, but don't be afraid of them. I have a lot of babies on these things and a lot of 90-year-olds, so you'll be all right there, Leo. I like cold. I have to cool my body down. When you're looking at life, and I've mentioned this before, and just something you have to experience. Those of you that have been way up here on the fruit, you're going to tap into an energy here coming that you almost can't stand. It's an energy that is beyond comprehension to the human being. This is why people that play with the vegetables have no clue. When you get up on these high fruitarian diets, I mean, you can get energy that is overwhelming. I've had many of my clients touch into that energy, and it's overwhelming. It's so powerful that you have to find a balance if you're not spiritually mature. When I'm 20, I'm not spiritually matured. And my body's shaking with energy. It's so powerful. There's no sleep. You're just dynamic. You're wild with a magnetic energy. And then as you're working on channeling and God absorption, that's just more power to the punch. You can get unbalanced real quickly. So you got to balance out. That's why some of us, especially who have to sit in rooms on their butts for hours to help people get healthy, our health suffers doing that. I'm an outdoor guy. I've worked hard all my life. And I used to build houses from the ground up myself. So I've been a hard worker all my life, and sitting in an office isn't my idea of fun. But how do I get this to you? How do I do all these things? How do I see people? So you have to understand some things there, Leo. But don't be afraid of that detox. Head in there, my friend, and go after that, and you'll be okay. Now. I have a sister that has a lot of problems. The only thing she thinks she can eat is microwave soft eggs. Oh, yuck. Well, she might as well eat them raw. Tell her to just start eating her eggs raw. Get organic, non-fertile eggs and eat them raw. That'll be okay. Just your sister has some problems. So this is why I designed those stomach and bowel kits and the lymphatic formulas and stuff. This will start moving the liver, the pancreas. That's why I designed that kit number 1. You'll notice there's a liver formula. That'll reach into the pancreatic area as well. You got a stomach and bowel. Start cleaning up the bowels. You got a kidney. You got an endocrine gland. You got a dewormer. So you've got everything going on in there in a nice approach, I think, when you're starting to look at the body. We're trying to address all those vital areas and at the same time deworm a person and work them through. She could have tapeworms. Who knows? So you want to move her down this path. At least you could do a kit on her and just see what you see, and then try to get her to eat a little something here and there and work her. Some people are like that. You got to work them slowly off of that thinking. She could be psychosomatic, but she also could have a lot of health issues here, very serious. And by doing this, this will trap her deeper and deeper into the world of hell in terms of health. That's the problem here. When you get like this and you can only eat one food, that food generally makes you worse and worse and worse, even though your body's adapted to it and that's what it feels it needs. It's only illusionary to the human body. She's got to work out of that. Again, it could be parasitic, could be tapeworms craving that, so you have to work her out of that one there, man. So do your best with her. We understand if, yeah, all the past. My dad died of stomach cancer at 61. Stomach cancer, this is sad to say, but sad to say, it's great to say, but sad to say in your case, my friend. Is that May Freaky? I love what you say here. I really, thanks for your comments too in other areas, but I feel sorry for you that you lost your dad like that. I mean, stomach cancer is one of the easier cancers. Whenever you see tissue like the stomach that deals with acids, it's an easier tissue to heal when it gets alkaline. So sad stuff. You know, he had chemo, but a lot of people walk with fear. And, you know, just realize he didn't really die. He just translated to another form. I mean, he just went on. You know, we do miss their physical forms and their presence a lot of times, but I'm going on, you're going on, we're all going on. You know, the journey's short here on this rock, thank God. But sad that people have to go this way. You know what I'm saying? It's just sad that we're trapped in this ridiculousness of allopathic thinking. It's just sad stuff here. Now, this person's been on the detox, 31. Michael, let's see, you got white spots on the skin of your legs. It could be fungus or something coming out of you there, but keep pushing, man. You're doing good. Keep moving down that line. You're doing really good. Make sure you're on the Parasite M formula, I think. You're doing good with the kidneys, adrenals. Move those lymphs. You're doing good there. Stomach and bowel, you know, and just keep hitting that like you're doing. Oh, man, it's time. I've got to go. This beautiful soul here found out eating nuts, her pain comes back. And then weight comes back on. I gained a lot of weight with nuts. I mean, I quit that big time because we make, you know, people eat nuts all the time, and I still ate nuts here for until a few years ago when it was like, oh God, I got to quit this nut thing because it's just too concentrated, and I could feel it. But you know, as you reach into a trail mix, you got, you know, your almonds and pecans and your raisins and stuff, and oh, this is so good. Yeah, it's so good. You know, it's so acidifying and fattening. And then everybody accuses you of being fat. So anyway, this is, I was on my girlfriend's mom just had some surgery done on the thyroid and had radiation done after the surgery. My God, are these guys? You know, this is so disturbing and unbalancing to me. It's hard for me not to have deep compassion for your mom. She should have grabbed and said, no way. Now she's radiating like a Christmas tree and nobody can get around her. And like they told her, they said you can't get around her son because she could make him impotent. But radiation doesn't spread, does it? I remember that pinpoint radiation, right? What are these guys, where are they coming from? I'd go hug my doctor who did that. I'd go hug him for a while and say, listen, I'm going to sit on your lap for a while. Let's see what happens to you. You